no, I hear what you're saying. I do. What I don't understand is why people are still leaving things in my studio. This is not a storage space, okay? Thank you. Now, what even is this? Okay. Oh, we're recording already. Okay, no, we can fix that in post. It's fine. It's fine. Um, Hello, and welcome to Possessed Pixels. I'm going to share with you one of the OG iconic women of horror, Bloody Mary. Her story is often the stuff of sleepover legend. And for those not in the know, the basics for Miss Mary are you find yourself a mirror, you say her name 3 times, although the numbers vary, but we'll get into that a little later, and you say it to your reflection, and Bloody Mary appears, to varying effects, but it's usually a horribly killing the summoner, which is not a great deal for the one talking to the mirror. But it's pretty classic horror stuff. Bloody Mary. Okay, I need to remember to space out her name while I'm talking about her. May have actually been Mary the First, who was given the nomenclature for her cruelty, despite her father, Henry VIII, being way, way worse. Arguably, she walked away with a cooler label than Old Coppernose, though. Either way, Mary I claimed infamy. Maybe inflaming is more appropriate, even though it's kind of tacky. Fix that in post 2, Jordan. Thank you. Was burning around 300 Protestant dissenters at the stake. The thought behind the method was the heretic victim was supposed to see the error of their ways by experiencing the flame as a messed up appetizer for the hellfire they would experience, and hopefully they would see their mistake before their end. Executions were particularly brutal around those times, so she saw it more as a way to give these folks one last shot at redemption. If it's a numbers game, King Henry VIII killed over 50,000, with a chunk of his wives sprinkled in there. The urban legend of Bloody Mary with the Queen may have stemmed from her marriage to Philip II of Spain. The unfortunate rumor was that marriage outside of England was seen as a weakness, doubly so that she was smitten by Philip. So this rumored affection might be the origin of one of the rituals to summon Bloody Mary. Around the 20th century, women used to invoke Bloody Mary by walking backwards up a flight of stairs with a candle in hand and with high hopes to know who their husband would be when they gazed in the mirror. Or they might see a visage of a skull or death, indicating that the woman would die before she would meet the man of her dreams, which is a real bummer. The ritual has changed since that time with varying results. This may be attributed to the different origins to the name. Elizabeth Bathory was a countess around the 16th century in Hungary who was known as the Bloody Countess. She may have had the same issues as Queen Mary, that she got a rap for being a woman in power. The accusations against her were damning enough to have her imprisoned, which was better than 2 of her supposed accomplices could have hoped for. They had their fingers torn off with red-hot pokers, and then, as if that weren't bad enough, burned at the stake for good measure. Now, what would warrant this kind of punishment? Well, for her servants anyway. Bathory earned her way into the pantheon of Bloody Marys by, allegedly, soaking in literal blood. She was accused of killing girls sent to live and learn from her. The accusations against her notoriously stuck around long after she did, and understandably so. The brutal rumor stuck with the blood theme. Bathory supposedly bathed in virgin's blood to keep her beauty, and even went so far as to drink it at times. This rumor supposedly inspired Bram Stoker's Dracula, and countless other literary works involving vampirism, blood drinking, and the general occult. Written works aren't where she stops either. Bathory, whether she did these things or not, influenced a number of pop culture horror duplicates in her image. Anything from anime, mainstream media, video games, and even music. Bathory's shown up in them in one form or another. And also, this makes her more of a candidate for being the real Bloody Mary, despite not having been given the same moniker. Now, the rumors for Bathory taking victims and drinking blood were, admittedly, sexier than burning at the stake. These acts have inspired numbers of different mediums. Video games have used Bloody Mary and Elizabeth Bathory as characters such as the Countess in Diablo 2, Garuda from Warframe, and everyone's favorite big, tall vampire lady from Resident Evil Village, Lady Dimitrescu. Movies borrow the legacy all the time as antagonists with some wicked tastes. Her name is referenced a lot in metal music. Her name got around. So it doesn't seem too outlandish to think that the Bloody Mary game is related to Elizabeth Bathory. Why? Well, let's look at our history. The last Bloody Mary we talked about linked back to single women asking a mirror to show their future husbands. Bathory's version has to be more vain. Those that try to evoke her must get a sense that they can tap into the same vein she was hoping to all those centuries ago. Beauty and youth. Perhaps in saying her name into a mirror would summon her, and she would impart gifts to the speaker. Or kill you in a bloody fashion. When you don't know the risks or odds, it's a difficult game to play. So let's play the game. To really know, it's a little unconventional for, a lone dude in his office to try this, but I'm going to turn off my monitor so that it's dark. I'm going to look at this giant mirror conveniently. Oh, maybe this is why it's here. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, well, maybe I should stop yelling at people for leaving things, but they still shouldn't, Jordan. Now, looking into the mirror, and this incredibly handsome devil, if I may say so myself, what do I think will happen? An aged woman with blood-stained skin and charred, broken teeth will reach out through the mirror in a veil of smoke, and her visage will be so terrifying it strikes my heart dead cold? Or maybe a beautiful woman with unusually sharp features, soaked in blood, will reach through and slit my throat, rubbing my blood into her skin while she laughs to try and stay young and beautiful forever. Most likely, though, what I'm actually banking on, I'm going to feel really silly, since I've effectively worked myself up over a very fake urban legend. This is, once again, been your friendly narrator, signing off, and we'll see you next time. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. See? Got myself all worked up for nothing. But maybe it was 5 for something to happen? Jordan, can you... Why are you looking at me?